In today's lesson, we will be going over why the critique is used in the art classroom. Later, you will be having your own critique. So, the critique is helpful in the art classroom because it helps students figure how to improve their artwork. Everyone shares many different viewpoints about what is good art. So, by having your classmates examine your artwork and share their ideas about what you did and what you could have done will help expand your thinking about all the possible approaches you could have taken. Some of you will be in college soon taking studio art classes. Critiques usually are held at the end of each project. These critiques help the students come up with new ideas and understand new meanings in their artwork. The critique process never ends. Artists continue to grow and create art with evolving ideas. Project objectives. Our goal was to capture contrast using pencil and paper. I wanted you to be creative in the choice of the 4 different close-ups of a single chair. Also, I wanted you to express meaning in your art project. This could either be realistic or abstract. Using the value scale, I wanted you to have a full range of tints and tones, as you can see here. Also, we reviewed different shading techniques that you could use in your drawing. Artistic vocabulary. Let's refresh our memory about the artistic vocabulary. I want you to consider these words when you are talking about the artwork in the critique process. So we have value. Value means the darkness or lightness of a color. The value scale, which is a guide to creating a range of value. Tints, meaning the light values. Shades, also referred to as tones, which are the dark values. The light source, which is this, and this is where the light hits an object. The highlights, right here, is where an object, that light is hitting it. That creates highlights. Shadows, on the other hand, is the area on the object where a light does not hit the object. And then cross-hatching, shading, and gradation are all different shading techniques. Cross-hatching is when lines are placed at an angle to one another. Shading means showing levels of lightness and darkness. And finally, gradation means a gradual or slight change from one shade, tone, or color to another. Now, these artistic vocabulary terms will be printed out so when you get into your groups and have your own critique, you can refer back to these terms. Okay, the art critique card. So you will be organized, like I said, into small groups for the critique process. Each group will be handed one note card. All these questions are focuses on the goal of our art lesson, which was contrast. So here we have card 1, which consists of 6 questions, card 2, card 3, and lastly, card 4. What not to say? Of course, we want to perform our best during the art critique. We don't want to act like Fred Flintstone in this cartoon. The guidelines. Most importantly, I want you to stick to the assignment instructions. By doing so, you will be referring to the artistic vocabulary terms. And like I said, you will have this when you are in your small groups to refer back to. In addition, I would like all students to give positive and negative feedback to your peers. Keep in mind when you are giving negative feedback or when you are receiving negative feedback from your peers that you want to separate yourself and your artwork. And when you do so, you will not take it personally. Be professional when you are giving negative feedback. And lastly, carefully evaluate your classmates' feedback. So next, I'm going to go over how to have a conversation in your small groups. An example. So here is my work. Okay, so let's take a moment and reflect upon the terms over on the right side. And let's say my question would be, do the tones and tints represent the value scale? So within your group, you will be discussing, did I successfully execute the project and have all the requirements listed? Why or why not? Talk about how there's a lot of contrast, or maybe I could possibly add more darker colors. Things like this I want you guys to talk about. So finally, the critique, the art show. At this point, I'm going to break. It's time for you and your groups to begin the critique. I applaud everyone for their hard work.